The pre-orders for Dawntrail finally began this morning as of 9 AM, and at the time of recording much later, things have started to stabilize a little bit more. The server got absolutely hammered for their store page, and most people admittedly were quite upset about it. But the one thing that you can't get upset about is that if you were after a physical version of the game, be that collector's edition or a collector's edition box, if you're on a digital platform, they allow you to buy a box if you obviously want to get those goodies as well, is that there's still stock. It is currently just past 10 o'clock in the morning where I am now when I'm coming to finally add audio to this video, and yeah, there is very much still stock. So they've definitely upped their game from the previous years, or at least on the EU side of things. We still have stock on our store. I'm not sure about the NA side of things, but they've definitely improved the amount of availability. The website might have had a few issues at the start, but everybody was trying to hammer it all at the same time, myself included. I managed to pick mine up earlier. I got the collector's edition, so in the future we'll try and do an unboxing of that when it comes out, so I'm looking forward to that. So one thing that you might be wondering is how you actually get your pre-order code, so your Zidane minion and the Azema earrings. So specifically, you can either log into your account if the store page is working for you, and in your orders section you would have the pre-order code listed there. Alternatively, they've been sending out emails. I found in my junk section of my email address the actual pre-order code itself. So we go over to the MOG station if we're a Windows player or indeed a Steam player and pop that code in. Specifically, of course, if you are Steam, you won't get your code until later when you can purchase it digitally. But specifically to Steam, there is actually a function where you right-click on your game installation for Final Fantasy XIV when you've purchased Dawntrail later today, and you go to Manage CD Keys, and that's where you will find your pre-order code, and then you copy that into the MOG station once you've logged in on the pre-order code redemption section of the MOG station whilst logged in, and you'll be good to go. Every other platform digital wise for PlayStation and obviously for Xbox Series X and S, then you just follow the on-screen instructions on the actual store page for your actual client on your console, so you don't actually need a PC or anything like that to do that. But yeah, so that's how you would actually get those codes redeemed. Specifically then, they came almost immediately in the game. I was very impressed with how quick those were pushed out. So yeah, I don't know if everyone's going to be like this. Maybe it's because my pre-order was on the dot at 9 o'clock. Maybe it just pushed it through a little bit. If you're still waiting for your codes and you've redeemed it onto your account, just give it a bit of time. Of course, all of these are account bound, so you can have them on all of your alts if you have lots of other characters. We're going to look at both of the items now, so let's move on to a better place with better views. So of course, the Azema's earrings is an EXP related earring, but this will obviously change its main attributes and secondary attributes to scale. So it's a 560 item level item at level 90, for example, and obviously goes all the way down, scales with your character, with 115 of your main attribute, 111 of your secondary, as well as some vitality and determination, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, this came at a time where I've actually finished off all of my jobs, but so I'm going to probably end up using this as glamour. We'll have a look at that in a moment. And we also have the minion wind-up Zidane, which is the main protagonist, quote-unquote, from Final Fantasy IX. First of all, let's look at the minion. So let's learn Zidane. Now, it'll be really interesting in the future if this minion has any interactions with Garnet, because you get the Garnet minion from the Collector's Edition, right? The digital Collector's Edition items. So hopefully they have some kind of interaction, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. We'll look at him on his own this time and we'll check in the future. So it says, summon your wind-up Zidane minion. Despite appearances, he isn't one for monkeying around. Once upon a time, there lived a debonair youth who belonged to a band of thieves masquerading as a theatre troupe. Legend holds that he and his fellows set out to kidnap a royal princess, an act that led him to embark upon a quest to ensure the very survival of the star. Very cool. And then the hidden text says, You don't need a reason, a quote of Zidane. So this is interesting, especially the survival of the star thing. Does this hint at potential Final Fantasy IX, like a storyline similar to how they did the Ivalice series, where they basically take this storyline and involve this, but do a 14 version of it? Is that what they're hinting at? I don't know. It's a good question, isn't it? Right, let's plop this on our bars and have a look at this minion as the sun rises on this new day. Oh, this is cool. Let's get rid of Meoni for a sec. Well, Meoni for scale. Hold on. It is actually quite big, isn't it? It is quite big. I'm surprised at that. So this minion then is not a small minion. It is a really well detailed one. I'm really impressed with this. I mean, it would be really cool to see this, you know, be the start of things to come. I think a lot of people love Final Fantasy IX. I say a lot of people. It's a good game. It's a great game. I want to see the announcement one day of a Final Fantasy IX remake, given the same love and attention that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has been given. What a great little minion, though. I love the detailing on this. Not very much pixelation. I'm quite impressed by this. The minion game has definitely improved at Square Enix over the years, hasn't it? From, you know, something that looks like it's made of 2 pixels that was an afterthought to, you know, that's unfair probably, but you know what I mean? Like, some of them are very low res, very low poly, and then you've got something that probably has the same amount, but it's just way more optimized. And this is so cool. It's so cool to have these things, you know, to remember good times from games that you've played as a kid. I loved 9. Absolutely loved 9. So as you can see, he's hopping around there. In terms of emotes then, he's not really going to do anything unless we put a pet collection title on. So he's quite independent. So obviously if you have any of the pet collection titles, be that Mammiteer or anything like that. I think mine are on page 2. I'm getting far too many titles over the years. We put Mammiteer on or Minion Collector or any of those. If we use a handover emote and pet and poke, we'll try those. So a handover emote gets him to eat from your hand like some weird, well, monkey, I guess. Oh dear, that monkey tail though. And then is it going to be a poke? No. Yeah, it's going to be a poke. Hey. And then when you poke him, he's going to do his idle animation, which is to do a monkey flip. Boing. I like his cheer afterwards. His celebration emote. Like, yeah. It'd be cool if when Garnet comes out, he like stands in front of her or something and brings out his blades. That would be a really, really cool thing. I don't know. Hopefully there is some interactions between the two of them. There's no confirmation that that will happen, but we've had that to some minions in the past, and it's always a pleasure to see. What a fantastic looking minion, though. That looks really good, doesn't it? It looks really, really quite detailed, even from a distance. You can immediately tell who it is. Now, some of the minions, not so much, but this is really, really, really well done. I'm impressed with that. All right, cool. And then the other item, of course, is the earring. Well, earrings, which obviously increases EXP earned by 30% when level 90 and below. Attributes and item level vary according to class and job and current level. So obviously Disciple of War or Magic, not for crafters or gatherers. Let's whack this on our head. I think we'll have to do a sit, actually. Otherwise, we'll be just poking the camera permanently because of how G-Pose works. And we'll have a zoom on in. Woo! Yeah, so... oh, okay. Actually, I thought it was going to be a lot worse. So for some reason, there is an earring of some description on that side, like a little stud. I thought it would like clip through my ear or something, but no, it is actually a pair of earrings. There are 2 of them, technically. Ah, awesome. And then we've got the actual earring. That is absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Now, obviously, it's not the thing that everybody sees. Not everybody includes it in their glamour creations and things like that. But blue, red, and gold will go with so many items in this game. There are so many outfits and set pieces that would go with. I really like that, actually. I'm not a massive fan of the stud on the other side. But yeah, I'd rather just have 2 of these rather than 1. they have this thing where what, like, I don't know, if I was to wear earrings, I don't have my ears pierced, wouldn't it be strange having one heavier than the other? I don't know. That'd probably really annoy me in real life if I was to wear earrings like this. It looks cool, doesn't it? I really like the detail in that and the physics interacting with it. But yeah, the red is piercing and then the blue with the gold little chains. Yeah, it's a really nice earring. Of course, many people won't be getting it just for the glamour, will they? They'll be using it for leveling up. And of course, since Pictomancer and Viper start at level 80, this is the perfect accompaniment for you. And definitely get your pre-orders in. But yeah, what a lovely bunch of items. What a nice collection. Again, I can't wait to get the Arc mount from the Collector's Edition, the digital Collector's Edition mount. And I can't wait to get Garnet as well. But what a fantastic way to start a morning. Hopefully you managed to get your pre-orders in. If you're going for the Collector's Edition, I wish you the best of luck. There does seem to be a lot more stock this time, so keep trying, I suppose. And obviously bad gateway errors, things like that, they happen. They happened every year, but we've had one of these, but at least there seems to be more stock this time. Anyway, much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will, of course, see you all next time. I think we've got another video later with something related to pre-orders as well. Bye-bye.